I've been avoiding the gym at night since I saw him sweeping the parking lot last Tuesday. The gym on 5th Street is usually empty after 9 p.m., but I'm a night owl, so I keep going. That was when I first noticed him, tall, lanky, with a baseball cap pulled low. He'd methodically sweep the same spot over and over like he was in a trance. I quickened my pace to avoid him, but caught a glimpse of his face under the dim parking lot lights. His eyes seemed to follow me. I didn't think much of it, but the next night, he was there again, sweeping the same spot. The gym staff seemed oblivious to his presence. As I left that night, I saw him watching me from across the lot, his broom motionless. Suddenly, my car was right in front of me, and I was getting in, locking the doors, my heart racing. As I pulled out, I saw him in the rear view, still standing there. The story continues. Follow for part 2. If you're just joining, go back and watch part 1 first. You need the full picture. Remember the guy I saw watching me from across the parking lot? I was getting out of my car the next night when I saw him again, this time closer to the gym entrance. He nodded at me, and I felt a chill. I decided to ask Mike, the gym manager, if he knew who this guy was. Mike said he didn't recognize him, but thought maybe he was a new janitor. That didn't sit right with me. The gym has a regular cleaning crew that comes in during the day. I asked Mike to check the security footage, and he agreed, but when we reviewed it together, the cameras had been disabled between 9 and 10 p.m. Mike seemed genuinely puzzled, but I wasn't so sure. As we were reviewing the footage, I heard a noise outside Mike's office. It sounded like someone was sweeping. The story continues. Follow for part 3. If you're just joining, go back and watch part 2 first. You need the full picture. As I turned to Mike, he was staring at the door, frozen. The sweeping sound had stopped. Mike whispered that it must be the new janitor. But I knew it wasn't just a janitor. I felt a presence outside the door, watching us. Mike slowly got up and opened the door, revealing an empty hallway. But on the floor just outside was a piece of paper with a single sentence. "I've been waiting for you." My heart sank. Mike looked at me, concerned, and said we should call security. But as we turned to go back inside, I saw him, the sweeper, standing at the end of the hallway, his eyes fixed on us. Mike saw him too, and his expression changed to fear. If you want to know what happens next, follow now. Part 4 is coming. This is part 4. If you missed what happened before, start from part 1. Remember the sweeper standing at the end of the hallway? Mike grabbed my arm and pulled me back into his office, slamming the door shut. We barricaded ourselves in, but I could hear him outside, sweeping. The sound was getting louder, closer. Mike was white-knuckled, his eyes wide with fear. Suddenly, the sweeping stopped. There was silence. Then, a faint scratching on the door. Mike whispered, "We have to get out of here." He grabbed his phone to call for help, but it was dead. The scratching grew louder, more insistent. I felt a cold breeze on the back of my neck. The door creaked. And then, everything went black. Some say they are still out there. Follow if you want to hear what happened next.